and said something, I wouldn't have said anything because he's commenting on. She was speaking on her experience within the dating scene. She don't speak for all white. She don't speak for all black women because black women are not a monolith, right? Everybody has their own experiences when it comes to the dating scene. And everything that was coming out of her mouth was stereotypes that was placed upon black men from white racist white people. So when she said that, and then proceeded to tokenize her black boyfriend, whoever he is, to her in the relationship, that's what it was. It was tokenization. That's like if people within the disability communities having a conversation about how they live life within being disabled, and I come in and I speak and I say, well, I'm an able-bodied person who dates someone who was a disability, tokenizing my partner. And that happens a lot in interracial relationships. They end up
Mm-hmm.
tokenizing individuals in different communities, whether racial, ethnic, whatever, nationality, sexual orientation, whatever the case may be. Now, like I said, I didn't attack this white woman. For now, today is Tuesday, tomorrow was Wednesday. 1 week, this conversation has been going on for a whole week. People have been going on a whole
Yeah,
tour,
this wasn't what
and
the live was about though. But go ahead.
yeah, yeah. So Bryson has been on a tour about me, about Alex, about Source, etc. We've been attacked. We attacked this white woman. We came at this white woman. We hate white people. Whatever the case may be. That's not the case. I said what I said on the panel.
What I
Alex
think
said what
it
she
turned,
said. We all said what we said, and I stand on that.
but I
That's
think
how
it
she
turned
feel. If
that
that,
way, and it shouldn't have turned that way because I think for the most part she was talking on her character more than anything, instead of a racist type thing. It was her character more than anything. You might be right, but at the same time, I'm looking at the whole picture. She was checking her on her character more than anything. But y'all have a good day.
I'm gonna drop as well. Thank you for having me.
So,
Thank you.
okay, the purpose of this live was because, let me say this. We can go into the white black thing, was because, like I said, I was in a live with Nosy. I was watching Nosy live. And she was talking about the younger Javon, Sauce, Alex, Bratz. Javon, Sauce, Alex, Bratz. Who else was it, y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Was it Sky?
Sky.
Okay. Yeah.
That side of TikTok versus us. And to me, it sounded like it was like an instigation of us versus them, right? And was saying how they need to come pile on us, and it's a war that needs to happen between us. And I feel like it ain't no war. It ain't possible, right? It ain't shit they could do to us, and it really ain't shit we could do to them, right? I don't feel like there should be a war incited either, because at the end of the day, what it is, Nosy said it the other day. Do y'all remember? It was 2 days ago. Do y'all don't remember that live?
I didn't see it.
Who was in the live?
I didn't see all of it, but I do remember her live.
She did. She was like messy talk versus debate talk. She did.
Okay, yeah. I mean, this conversation has come
Yeah.
about before, so it ain't like it's not a conversation that has, that a topic that has been brought up.
Yeah, I'm not lying. What I got
Yeah, and I don't think you're lying at all, T. You usually
She didn't say war, but in so many. Okay, let me put it like this. She didn't say the word war. She said it was going to merge, and it was going to be. They were going to start to In so many words, it was war. God damn it! You ain't got to say the word to insinuate something gonna happen. God damn it! Shit. Hey, motherfucker, I'm gonna be cut and dry with it, motherfucker. It wasn't come together. It wasn't merge. It was we gonna fight, motherfucker. So let's stop playing, okay? Like let's stop playing this goddamn
She
semantic shit.
insinuated
You're
it.
like, quit playing. Cause after that, Genty made a live about he was the Genty went live and he went ahead and like, I'm finna go ahead and kick this shit off because somebody had said in the comments that Genty created Messy TikTok, which he can have it because I don't really want to be a part of Messy TikTok. He was like, he the orchestrator of it, right? So let's just be real. And it's okay because it's a good idea that let's have this conversation, right? Let's have a talk about it. Right. Yeah. Just because I used to call that side of TikTok the dark side of TikTok. I never wanted to be a part of that side of TikTok. And now I realize we are a fucking part of the dark side of TikTok now. This doxing and all this shit going on is fucking ridiculous. I don't want to be a part of it anymore. And I'm definitely not finna fight kids. I'm not finna fight these young kids. I'm not doing it.
Okay, do
Yeah.
you think that that's where it becomes disrespectful? Because okay, these are
I know
adults.
I'm all through messy TikTok, but I don't want to be a part of it anymore.
Like these are adults. Like Sky, Javon, Alex, Shar, Sauce, all brats. Those are adults. Like
Okay, okay, I'm sorry, they not
some of these
kids.
women have kids.
They not
Like, they have
kids.
kids of their
They're
own.
not kids. The younger
The younger
generation.
generation.
They not kids. They call us old folk.
Well,
So now we wrong for calling them kids and they call us old folk. Listen, don't fucking correct me when they call us old folk, goddamn
Old
it.
folks is still adults, though. They're not.
I don't give a fuck. So young folk is still kids to me, goddamn it. You call me old folks, I'ma call you kids.
We can't.
The fuck?
See, we can't call them kids though.
Well, don't call me old folk. Shit, the fuck, y'all
We're certainly
don't monitor
not old.
what the fuck I'm saying. If y'all, the
I'm a
fuck.
Gen Xer.
If you under the age of 30, you
I'm not meaning no harm by it. Shit, when a young boy try to holler at me and he 30, 29, he be like, "Can I get your number?" I be like, "Boy, you a baby." I'm not saying it to be rude, but when a young boy holler at me, I literally be like, "Boy, you a baby. I ain't talking to you."
If we old, then they kids. That's that. Put some respect on it.
I do. That's what I do. I'm not being rude. That's just how I talk. If these young dudes be like, let me get your number, I be like, baby, baby, you my daughter age. I'm cool, baby.
I think what it is, I don't think that it has to be an argument. I think that we should come together with them and hear them out because they are really educated on a lot of things that we don't know, and we have to go into these. We have to go into these conversations with open minds and to understand and to, I think that sometimes like we just need to take like, hey, you know what, we're the older people here, and we could take a little bit more jabs, like, but they are educating us on topics that we don't know about.
I agree with that.
And
I agree with
we
that.
can
Like
have
you see
open
this right there where it
dialogue.
say old miserable motherfuckers right there. Old miserable, yes, and you better wait, you better hope you get to my age. And still look this good. But listen, I don't have nothing against young kids. Younger. It's not into this app that I done seen some disrespectful motherfuckers. I fight for the youth. I fight for the younger generation. Always have. It wasn't until I got to this side of TikTok where I seen the most disrespectful ones. And they're not the teenagers or whatever. They usually like they 27, 28, 29, 30. And they're with the isms. Hey, they always labeling and all that shit. But then when somebody say something back, they be like, I'm only 23 and look how your old ass is talking, baby. My mom always said, you act grown, you grown. Don't fucking throw your age in it now. Like if you gonna have a conversation, don't then be like, I'm younger than you when it's time to have a conversation. You get what I'm saying? Don't throw your age in it now when we going toe to toe. Bitch, if you grown, you grown. You get what I'm saying? Like, why you gonna wait until now we having a conversation and you feel like I'm winning this, and then be like, well, I'm younger than you. I don't give a fuck if you a baby right now. We talking. Yeah.
That's my favorite thing. You too old to be saying this. You too old to be up on this app.
Right. And I speak for the youth. I've always spoke for the youth. Anybody that know me from the time I started this app, I have always spoke for the youth. I've always said you got to give respect to get respect from these younger generation. I've always said that. Always. But you're not finna get mad and then ask me to, you know what I'm saying, try to throw my age in it when you mad because you ain't winning no damn argument. Or you not finna bully me and call me a motherfucking colorist. You know what I'm saying? Or no, you're not finna call me no victim blamer every time it's convenient. Or you're not finna call me homophobic every time it's convenient. You're not finna label me just because I done hurt your feelings or I done said something you don't like. I'm not with that shit.
But T, why take it as that they're labeling you instead of educating you on the wrong that you said?
Fuck that.
Because look at it like this. Okay, if you don't know what homophobia is and somebody's telling you what you said is homophobic, Why not just be open to the knowledge that you were just given?
The only
Instead of
difference,
taking it as an
Frankie,
offense.
let
the only
me tell you
difference,
something. Just like y'all want respect, don't come over and be like, I can't believe at your old age you don't understand. Now I'm not receiving that shit.
right? T.
You not finna disrespect me and educate me at the same motherfucking time. I am an educator. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know everything. But I am not, as an educator, gonna go to no kid and be like, I can't believe you don't know this, Johnny. Johnny, I can't believe at your big age you don't know this yet. You don't know your sight words yet, Johnny. Why is your mom doing your homework with you? I can't believe you haven't figured that word out yet, Johnny. I'm not gonna do that. And then expect Johnny to receive it and register it. Why would I do that?
the
Why?
thing,
And then think he gonna get it? He's not.
right.
I get what you're saying though, but
Oh no, you Alexandria, you ain't the only one. You one of them, but you
I
ain't
get
the
what
only
you're
one,
saying,
Alexandria.
But we used to think the same thing about our parents though. You got to keep it
Right,
above.
so if
We
you
didn't say it
receive
out
that,
loud.
I got it.
We
If you
didn't say
used
it
to
out
think that about
loud.
your parents, why then start doing it yourself?
Okay, but
Exactly.
if you
They just
think
had a
about it,
good
you
way to
can't just chop
communicate.
it up
Don't
to
communicate
age.
like
Like,
that.
okay, like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Like they on some. To be
What I'm
honest with
saying
you,
is y'all are
I
the
don't beef with
future.
them.
What I'm saying is y'all are the future. So why start doing it now? Again, everything that I hated about what I saw the older generation doing, I don't do that. I became a teacher because what I saw the educational system lacked. So why would I then do what I saw that was lacking in the education system? It doesn't make sense.
But T, if you're getting
Why would I
upset
become
because they,
exactly what disgusted me?
but if you're getting upset because they educated you on something that you said wrong, you are with exactly what our parents did.
But the
What
thing
Because
is,
about
we
no, no,
didn't
no, no,
have,
no.
we didn't.
It's not
I
just
don't
like
think
y'all say.
the
It's not the what
delivery
is
of
the
the
how. It's the
so-called
delivery.
education. It's not that you're being
Okay.
educated. It's the
At our
delivery
age,
of the so-called
young ages,
education.
we never got the chance.
It's the delivery, Frankie.
Okay, so
That's what
you
she's
guys are upset
saying.
with the
She's not
delivery.
saying.
I'm not upset
Okay.
with shit. I'm just not gonna receive
She's
that
Okay, so
saying
shit.
y'all don't
that
like the delivery.
if you're gonna educate somebody or call it education, then you can't. Then you have to be mindful of how you approach it. And if you're diminishing someone while trying to educate them because they don't know something, you can't make them feel bad about knowing it because you lose that person instantly. But not every Gen Xer are the same. Some of us are educated on these facts, and maybe not on everything, but a lot of things. And some of the stuff that y'all call homophobic isn't homophobic.
Right.
Some of y'all call xenophobic is not xenophobia. Some of the stuff that y'all call colorism isn't colorism.
Yep.
Just
It's
because
just they use it to, and people use it to their advantage.
Use it
Can
at
you
this
give an
point. So
example?
somebody,
Yep.
so you can pigeonhole every word that comes out of a person's mouth, and that's not going to be okay.
Right.
Like no, some of
Give
the
an
stuff you
example
guys are
because
adding on
I
to
done
just because
heard-
it offends you.
and
I
I
done
think
heard
also
people
hold on,
that
can I
are
say
in the
something, Frank?
community be homophobic on this app.
Frank, can I say
Like-
something? And like with the homophobic thing, you guys change definitions all the time.
Y'all
on what
tap
you
the
say.
screen. We should be at 100K by now, y'all.
So say for instance, if I was called homophobic because I said I would never date a bisexual woman, that's homophobic because you won't why? Because I'm not into that.
That's your decision.
So
Yep.
that I'm called homophobic. So you guys, that's another thing. You say you educate us, but one day you'll say this, and then 2 weeks later you'll say this. So it's like, so which one is it?
They use it
Is
to
that
it's
all
the
you
same.
said?
Okay, let me help you out, Frankie. It's white woman's tears. It's the same thing as that
I
y'all
got
say
something
is
to say
white
about that
woman's
white
tears.
woman,
Okay, I'm gonna say it's the same thing that y'all call white woman's tears. Y'all do the same shit. Y'all use certain phobias, certain isms, just the way that white women use they goddamn tears. It's the same thing. To when you want to, you use them to the advantage to win an argument, to win a debate, to try to. That's when it comes out, and it's like, come on, man, with this shit, and that is just what it is.
She is exactly right. I sit back and I listen, and it's like my son is 24 years old. My son is transgender. I can have a conversation with my son that is transgender, which I'm still learning. So sometimes I may say something incorrect.
Hold on,
And
Rose. Hold on, Rose. You just gotta hold on one second. Somebody said if you actually listen, I can literally call 10 teenagers from ages 17 all the way up to ages 25, from teenagers all the way up to 25, and they gonna all tell you I listen to them. They're gonna always they can all tell you I'm the one that they can talk to.
But
I
T,
could call 10. Excuse me. I could call
okay.
10 of them, and they gonna tell you I'm not the one that y'all think I am on this app. Again, it's the bullshit that y'all spit out to make somebody believe, oh, she's this, she's that. Nah, that's what y'all tell yourselves to make yourself believe that bullshit. Nah, I could call a whole bunch of them. Y'all just saw when I was at the restaurant, the little girl said you used to counsel me. So y'all can play that game if you want to. I'm the one that defends the kids. I'm the one that will fight the other teachers that bullied the kids. Y'all can play that game if y'all want to, but you won't be able to do it with me. But go ahead, y'all.
I was saying that my son is
all 10
transgender.
people
And,
are
hold
not
on one
a
second.
monolith.
Hold on one second. My son is
Be
transgender, and my
homophobic.
son is just now. I'm still learning stuff. But my son's partner, it's like my son will say, "You can ask whatever. If you have questions, you can ask." Well, if I ask questions, my son is open to it, but my son's partner can flip it around on us, make us feel like we said something wrong when we're just still trying to learn. And the same thing, I noticed that when the conversations of like the colorists and different things come up, I think, well, dang, at first I was listening to the person, I was supporting what the person said. But then when they start throwing those jabs, y'all old, or you're only saying this because of my skin tone, it flips the whole everything. And
It
in the
comes
end,
out of
it
left
turns into they want to
field.
cry. Yes, exactly.
It's like,
Yes,
where did that come from? We wasn't even talking about that. How did you get there? And somebody said that
yes.
don't mean you still can't be homophobic. Where the hell did that come from? Nobody said nothing about being homophobic. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just said I could call these kids to talk, and that what I mean by that, because somebody said that means you don't listen. Like, that y'all don't listen. Where the fuck did homophobic come from? Who the fuck said somebody was homophobic? That's what I'm saying. Y'all be throwing shit out of left field.
Well, I think PQF said something about if he say he don't want to date bisexual, that's where the homophobic
No,
talk
because
came
I
from.
said, because I read a comment that said, if y'all don't listen, if y'all took the time to listen, and I said I can call 10 kids from the age of 17 all the way up to 24, and they'll tell you that I listen. And somebody said that don't mean you can't be homophobic.
That's true.
That wasn't what I said.
Well, I want to say this one thing, right? And this is what me as an adult have with the youth. Y'all get all y'all stuff from textbooks. It comes from one person writing that book, and y'all will say it came through DSM-5, blah blah blah. But your great 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 grandma got her history passed down from her relatives, and you won't even take that history. Y'all try to erase a lot of history and write y'all own history. That's how we in this age of what is what now. Y'all tell people about colorism, what's a homophobia, this, that, and the third. I don't hate you, so I'm not afraid of you. That's a phobia. I don't have to agree with what you agree with. And
That's
that's the problem.
That's
Y'all
what I
have an
think that,
issue with that.
yeah, Kari, I think that's the big problem. And I'm going to say that with Frankie. Like, I think the big problem is people bullying. So, and I think this is where the gap is with the new generation and our generation. And I think with the older generation, so we in the middle. My generation is in the middle, right? The older generation, you were forced to do what they said do. The new generation wants you to you're forced to believe and identify with what they want you to identify as. Our generation is kind of like we just trying to figure out where the fuck we fit, right? We just kind of go with the flow. We just kind of raised ourselves in a sense. We just go with it. Y'all want us to conform. We don't fucking conform. And that's the problem. We come from a generation of people that can conform. Y'all are generations that want people to conform. We don't fucking conform. And y'all are trying to bully us into conforming. Our mamas and them tried to make us conform. Y'all, our kids are trying to make us conform, and we don't fucking conform. And because we don't conform, y'all call us pick-me's, y'all call us victim blamers, y'all call us homophobic, y'all call us everything else because we don't fucking conform. We ain't fucking conforming to what y'all want us to conform to. And that's the problem. We don't conform to y'all labels. We don't conform to y'all ideologies. We don't conform to what y'all want to identify with. We just ain't conforming. And because we ain't conforming, y'all then put labels on us that we don't fucking identify with. And that's the problem.
Well, it's not Frankie. She old.
You saying it don't make no sense. Let me break it down to you. You got the new generation where it's now like, okay, I identify with, I want to be called a woman, so call me a woman. I'm saying I don't want to call you shit. Well, you're homophobic. I'm like, well, fuck, why the fuck I can't do what I want to do? Back in the day, my mama said I had to wear a fucking skirt because the church said so. Well, fuck, I don't want to wear a fucking skirt. It's again, back in the day, they conformed to what Baptist, Christian, whatever told them to do. Now society is saying, you got to do this, you got to do that. We are in a generation where we said we don't want to do neither. We don't want to do neither. I'm not misgendering anybody, is what I'm saying. I don't fucking want to do what you told me I got to do because society said I fucking got to do it.
And my eyes and ears don't lie to me. I see what I see and I hear what I hear.
Somebody said this was educating children. Let me tell you something. You better be happy this was educating children. Because next coming up is AI. That's teaching your children shit in school that you don't even want your children to learn. You better be happy that this person in school right here, that at 3 years old, that the school telling me to read your child a book about shit that you don't want your child to learn. And I say, I'm not teaching your I'm not doing that. You better be happy that I'd be willing to tell my boss, no, I'm not, versus saying, well, society says it's time to add this into the school district, so I might as well go along with it. You better be happy that this is who educating your kid.
T, with that being said, do you guys know that there are gay
shit?
Do you guys know that? Do you guys know that there are gay kids and that it is very important?
But that ain't my place to educate. That's your place as a parent. I know that there. No. Frankie, that ain't got shit to do with me. I understand there are gay kids. Guess what? It ain't my job to educate that. That's the parent job. Again, I'm gonna tell you just like this. And just like when it take you for you to be 18 in my household, you 18 you get a tattoo, 18 you can smoke cigarettes, 18 this, 18 you can change your name, 18 you can change your sexuality, 18. I'm not teaching you at 12 that you can call yourself 18. All of it's going to be 18 for me in my house. You can identify what you want to at 12, but I'm not changing your name at 12 years old. So then when you turn 18, you can say, well, mommy, why you let me do that? All of it's going to be 18.
But T, come on.
Frankie, I'm not saying I'm going to tell you can't.
This is that. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. That is very ignorant to say.
What's ignorant? Me saying that you can't change your body until you're 18?
Let me explain something.
Can I make a statement, Frankie?
Let me explain something to you. First of all, that's not how that works. There is no kids out there changing their sex at the age of 12. Like that.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna wait until you are an adult. You can do what you want to do when you're an adult. I'm gonna embrace you. I'm gonna accept you. You can love who you want. No, it is though, because guess what? There are schools that the kid is telling the teacher, "I want you to call me Brian," in the 6th grade.
Yeah.
Yes, there are.
Let me say this. What T is saying is right. The thing is, people have a right to choose whatever their destiny to be. The issue is, when does a child develop reasonable skills? At 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We all know, because we've all been that age. Although we're relatively intelligent, we absolutely don't know much about life because we just haven't had enough time on Earth. And to make a foundational difference of exactly who you are, when you haven't even developed who you are. Opinions change, you know. Some people like strawberry ice cream until they find vanilla, and then now they're a vanilla head. But to say you're strictly this because you think you are,
Hold
when
on,
you
hold
don't
on,
have
Edwin.
enough
Hold on,
information.
Edwin. Somebody said, well, then call them Brian. It's just a name. Okay. So then when Billy say, call me dickhead, and I go to the conference with Billy's mom and say, so dickhead's grades today is, what you gonna say? It's just a name. See, that's the problem that y'all don't get. People that ain't teachers. Okay, so Sharon wants me to call her Brian. Okay, I'm gonna call her Brian. So now Billy wants me to call him dickhead. I'm gonna call him dickhead. So when we go to the conference and I start changing names because the kids at 6th and 5th grade, it's not a disingenuous argument. I'm telling y'all the fucking truth. My grandson wants to be called Luffy. My grandson wants to be called Luffy. He wants everybody to call him Luffy. Luffy is a fucking anime character. I'm being honest. He wants to be called Luffy. The teacher started calling him Luffy. I didn't even know what the fuck a Luffy was. So now we go to camp and I tell the camp his name and he say, no, my name Luffy. What the hell is a Luffy? Right? So now he's going around telling people his name is Luffy, right? What I'm saying is, you start doing this shit, you start changing names and shit, motherfucking parents gonna start being pissed off at the teachers. It's not my job as a teacher to go ahead and change a name because a 6th grader asked me to. That's the parents. If the parents say to me, yes, you could call my child this, I will respect that. But a child asking me to identify them as a name, I, as a teacher, am not doing that. I have to respect what the parent asked me to do.
But T, that is absolutely not the same.
What I'm saying is,
I'm
saying, I was talking about an educator. Somebody said, I hope y'all not, and you said, I hope you know, T, there are kids that are gay too. I said, I understand that. But me as an educator, I am not making that decision. That is up to the parents. I'm speaking from a teacher perspective, not a parent.
Okay,
as a teacher, I'm not changing no names. I'm not changing no identities. I'm not changing no genders. If that parent says to me, this is what my kid is, this is what I want you to call my kid, I'm respecting what that parent asked me to do. Because I'm not doing that.
Okay,
it's not my job.
I'm gonna say this real quick and I'm gonna drop down. Okay. This is crazy. First and foremost, T.
I don't know how that's crazy.
It is. I get what you're saying.
So it's crazy as a teacher for me to say, no, I'm not going.
Hey, hang on, T. You know, as an educator, I get what you're saying. I get that. But a lot of younger kids that are in the community don't get to have that type of at home. So what it is that it is very important for us to teach these kids. Okay, can you hear me?
Okay, Frankie, I got a question for you while you're trying to get it. I saw a book that's in school
Guys,
system.
y'all be going behind these parents. I don't go
And the
behind
book
the parents.
say-
I said
the
me as
name
a
of the
teacher. I don't
book-
give a fuck what another teacher do.
That's in elementary school, running around the country. There's a book out, and it's called Gay ABC. And this is in elementary school. Do you think it's appropriate to have a book for elementary school kids that has the subject Gay ABC, Frankie?
Yes, and let me tell you why. Let me tell
Please
you
tell
why.
me.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because growing up, me as a lesbian woman, growing up, I wish I would have had some representation. I wish that I would have had a place to have an outlet. I wish that people around me would have understand who I was and understand that, hey, I'm normal. I'm not like a weird person. I just so happen what I prefer is women. And that's just what I like. You can be respectful. You can educate kids at their grade levels. You guys are acting like we're saying, hey, you need to go why a kid is 5 years old and you need to tell them that I love to eat this. Like, no, there is levels to the education, and we could educate these kids so that we could stop homophobia, so we could stop all this stuff and
At 5
stop
years
it.
old, we're not even teaching sex. So this is what I got it at one. As a teacher, we're not even teaching sex at 5 years old, right? So why would I be teaching same that? And this is what y'all not getting. Y'all want us to teach the kids, but we're not even teaching. We're not even having these conversations with 5-year-old about opposite sex. So y'all want us to start introducing to kids shit that we not even introducing to them as kids about opposite sex. It's like y'all want us to start taking away their innocence just to make what?
Did you used to watch like Looney Tunes and stuff when you was a kid?
Okay, again, it was that shit. We didn't know that was subliminal shit going on.
Okay,
right?
but they used
we
to
know
push
that now as adults.
heterosexual on kids when we were young.
We didn't know that though. We didn't know that though. You want us to straight. I didn't know nothing like that. And again, that was in your household, not in the school. You mixing household shit with school.
What are you talking about? We used to get told on the playground that, oh, if a little boy hits you, that means he likes you. We didn't. Who
taught you that?
That was stuff that was going on.
What
in school.
books?
You can't act like
okay, well, you're talking about books. See, you mixing, you merging, right? He asked you, was a book appropriate? What book in the school? What? Give me a name of a book that taught you if a boy hit you, he like you.
It is very appropriate for us to teach our kids to
What book taught the kids if a boy hit you?
I used to read all kind of crazy books.
Give me the name of the book that was in the school. No, Frankie. Give me the name of the book. Right, because there ain't one.
We literally, everything in this world is designed for heterosexual.
Okay, again, what I'm asking you is this. We're talking about implementing this into the educational system in books, in the school system. What books in the school system is teaching this? Heterosexual relationships, teaching these things. Where is the diversity and inclusion? Because if you're going to teach it, right? If you're going to teach it with the same sex, you should be teaching with opposite. Where are the books? There isn't any.
We literally have, they literally have shows on TV now that shows young.
I'm not talking about home shit.
Hold on, T.
I'm not talking about home shit, Frankie. I'm asking you in the school. You're mixing school and
I'm getting ready to tell.
I'm asking you in the school.
To give you an answer.
I'm not asking you home. I'm asking you in the school. Fuck home. That's your home.
There's Archie comics that used to be in school that used to have heterosexual relationships and everything. What are you talking about?
That's in the elementary?
Yes, these books were in elementary schools.
What's the name of the book that was?
She's asking you about curriculum books, not no damn comic book.
That is a regular book. What are you talking about?
Where do you learn out of the comic book?
Doesn't mean it's homophobic.
This is why these conversations don't go well, because you guys are not.
No, I think you're not being honest, Frankie, and that's fine. Like, just be honest and be real. I've been working in the school system. I've been working with kids for 22 years and never once seen this.
I get that, but there's also we can't deny that heterosexual is forced on our kids. It's absolutely forced on our kids. You guys are acting like gays are trying to come in and take over. No, all we're saying is that, hey, we need to educate on both. There are gay kids in school that are afraid to be who they are because they are being bullied at school. These are things that are happening at 4K. We can't deny these things are not happening. You guys got to stop playing around and stop acting like and stop being afraid of your kid learning something that they already know. Because a lot of y'all kids are more educated than y'all on these types of subjects. And let's just be real about it.
How is the norm forced on kids when they grow up in the household where they see their mama and daddy? How is that forced on them?
That's forcing that on them just because
they see it. They
shut up, bro. You're stupid as hell.
No, don't tell me to shut up. It's automatically in their face. Before they even get to school, they see a mama and daddy. What the fuck you mean?
So every
Automatically see
so
a mama and
every
daddy.
so
How did they get
every
to this
so
planet?
every
How did they
relationship
get
in
to this
every
earth?
family
They
is
just
a
popped
mother
out of
and a
a
father.
coochie?
Okay,
Let's
here's
make
the thing.
sense.
No, come on, T.
What you mean, T? I just got
Come
back.
on, T. This nigga is stupid for real.
Let me say this real quick.
Mammy stupid. She should
To
have
make,
swallowed.
okay. Fuck, man. This wasn't even, okay. To make a child, you need a male and a woman, right? The design of it,
Technically,
right?
technically,
You need a sperm and an egg,
okay, that's what you
right?
need.
Where does the sperm come from?
Okay, I
Then,
understand
but you
that.
don't technically need a male.
Okay, the sperm comes from where?
The
Male.
testes of a
A
man.
male, right?
But you don't
Sperm
technically
comes from a
need a man
male.
there.
The egg comes from a female, right? Cool. All right. So it wasn't forced. This was the design that it was made back. You know, it was a mom and a dad in the household. Da 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 da. Right? Okay. With over time, things have changed. With technology, with science, things have changed. It wasn't forced, Frankie. It was the dynamics of the structure of the way it went. Now, things have changed. It's more advanced. You said it was forced. It wasn't. Right? Now, things are more advanced. Okay?
T, that is kind of okay. Listen,
It's forced?
T, let me be
Basic
honest.
science is forced?
T, no, not with that. Let me explain something to you. When I say that heterosexual relationships was forced on us as kids, what I'm saying is that as a gay kid, when I was younger, and I knew that I was a lesbian woman at the age of fucking 7, like I knew that I liked little girls. I knew that I did not like no little boys. I knew this. But I also was told that this is not the way you need to be thinking. This is not normal. You're going to be different. You can't talk about this.
Who told you that?
Wait a second. T, this was just T with being bullied in school. If I tried to talk to a girl in school, I got bullied. These are things that happen. You can't tell me about
Is that
how important
right? I get that. Is that wrong,
T,
Frankie?
but it is
Yes.
very important that if we do educate other kids on these things, that
Can I
they
say
will then
something?
understand that people are different. We are all people. Yes, we are all
get
human
that.
beings, but we are different. There might be families that might be two moms. There might be families that might be two dads. And if your kids start to understand these things, they're not looking at it and saying,
Okay, so
you're weird because you
so
got
this
two
is
dads."
this is what I'm saying, Frankie. When I worked with preschool, okay, there was a little girl who had 2 moms. Okay, we were not allowed to do Mother's Day and Father's Day because some kids didn't have a mom and dad. But we were told to educate them about having 2 moms. I refused. It wasn't my place because some more kids have a mom and a dad than in where I worked than 2 moms. That wasn't my place because then now they got more questions, right? Why did I refuse? Because it wasn't my place. Now I'm messing with other people's religion. I'm messing with other people's upbringing.
Exactly.
I'm messing with other people's. That was not my place as a teacher to educate 3-year-olds on 2 women having a baby.
Exactly. Yes.
Right?
Hey,
So
What 3-year-old
that was
asking
not
you that
my.
question?
Wait a minute. What do you mean? What would have been a
What
question?
3-year-old was asking you that question?
No,
They
the
didn't ask
3-year-olds
you that.
weren't asking. No, if the
3-year-old, why would you think
if
that
the
the
3-year-olds
education
would have
would be
asked me that
there?
question, I would have told the same 3-year-old that would have asked me how you make a baby the question. I would have gave the same answer. You should go have this conversation with your mommy.
But
The
see,
same.
but,
There are
but when
certain
you're
conversations
educate,
I refuse to have with children as a teacher.
but T,
And
when
this is
they're saying
At 3, they
educate
asked him
kids,
that now.
they're
Can I say
asking,
something?
but T, when they're saying educate kids on different on the LGBTQIA community, they're saying age appropriate things.
Exactly,
So,
but again, at 3 years old, it was not my place to educate children on 2 mommies having a child. They can go home and say, "Mommy, Sophia has 2 mommies." Right?
So
Their mommy can tell them that.
can I ask Miss Frankie a question too?
Hold on, Dad. Hold on.
You can
Can I
say
say something?
Sophia's family is no different from yours, but Sophia's family is special. Sophia's family.
What makes Sophia's family special?
Wait a second, T. I'm going to explain to you how you can explain this.
No, you're not going to explain to me, Frankie, because I'm not going to have the conversation. See, here, you can do that with you have the right to do that, right? But let me tell you, I'm explaining to you where I shut that shit down, because then they start putting. Why you gonna see? And this is why we can't have the conversation. Y'all don't want to know. Y'all want to y'all want to push this shit, right? But then y'all don't want to talk about God. Y'all don't want to talk about all this other shit. All this other shit gets taken directly out the school. But then we got to push in this other shit. Because you felt like when I was a kid, then we should start talking about molestation, perversion, pedophilia. Right? Because if we gonna start adding shit, we might as well add all this shit.
Baby, right.
It's shit that's inappropriate to be discussed into the schools. Like at the end, well, it happened to me, so I should tell the kids and I should warn the kids. No, y'all want to sit there asking for inclusivity. Hold on, ask for it's asking for inclusivity with 3-year-olds. Is pushing a narrative when it comes to certain things. Absolutely, Alexandria.
Damn, I knew it was going.
Absolutely. Bringing in same-sex parents with 3-year-olds. Yes, you can't talk about God in school. So why do I get to talk about two mamas and 2 daddies?